Okay, folks, this will be an interesting one. I've had it sitting in my lounge room for a while. I can't find, I can't go op shopping for more of this kind of material because the op shops are closed due to pandemic lockdown. You know, the old coronavirus. We need the lockdown, folks. We have to have it, even though it's not something I find particularly desirable. I hate the word lockdown, actually. I'll always associate it with COVID. As long as I live, if I ever hear the word lockdown, I'll immediately think of COVID or coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever it goes under. It's a piece of shit. This version's called Delta, and she's extremely aggressive, very, very contagious. Should I say extremely contagious? I've heard there's other contagious mutants out there, but this is the one that's ripping through Sydney and New South Wales and other areas. It seems to be a very virulent version of COVID. Okay, let's see what we have. Have here a sequined dress. So we can just get a close look at this lovely sparkles. But yeah, very virulent, extremely virulent, folks. You can't stress that any further, that this is an extremely virulent strain of COVID-19. We just have to try and obey the authorities' directives on this lockdown until such time as they lift it. We have to follow it despite how horrible it is. I know some people in Melbourne were protesting over it because Melbourne's gone into lockdown as well. So it's not just Sydney. Now that looks interesting. It looks a bit dark. So yeah, it's all over the place, this Delta strain. It's a real mean and horrible, no fun disease that we have, this pandemic. This bloody fucking Delta, the Delta strain. Now we're going to just stick it up there. Going to lighten it off. Yeah, that looks interesting. Looks really abstracty. I don't know how we're going to make this. Going to use maybe this. This looks really quite interesting. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the populace getting vaccinated against this disease, this pandemic. I really look forward to it heaps, folks. I can't wait to see the backside of this pandemic. So I really miss my partner, Luigi, who I'm trying to get in touch with through social media or wherever else I can. And basically I'm trying to get in touch. But unfortunately this COVID-19 is going to prevent me from... I think there is a clause to meet someone that you love, which is in the compassionate section of the website on this, what you can and can't do during this lockdown. But basically I'm wondering if I've read it correctly or if I've read it wrong. I'm not terribly good at comprehending a lot of this shit. But I really want to get in touch, and it's really disheartening seeing just how virulent this strain of COVID really is. I don't know which part is going to be the centre. I think it's going to be there. But basically it really gets discouraging when you see the facts and the figures every day on the news, and you find it goes up and up and up. It goes down a little bit, and then it goes back up again. And you got the number of people infected in the community at a very stubborn rate that refuses to drop, and it's really hard. And I'm really disappointed with how things have turned out. But what can you do? You get these fucking pandemics from now and then, just like Spanish flu, and you just have to follow the authorities the best as you can to keep yourself from safe and others safe. And it's frustrating for everyone. I'm trying to remain optimistic or cautiously, maybe you could call it cautious optimism, what I'm trying to get, that I'm going to try and be cautiously optimistic about how things are going to go. As long as I can make these demos and upload them and that will be good. Anyway, that looks really quite nice, but I can see a switcheroo. But I'm really missing my partner, and this pandemic has just put a spanner in the works of how we're going to be reunited. And it's really going to be difficult trying to get reunited when this pandemic is active and we got the lockdown. Like, I may not be able to see Luigi because of this, even though there is a thing that says that I think you can meet someone that you don't normally live with, which we don't. I don't know if I've read it correctly, folks, so don't take it as gospel, so to speak. Anyway, I think that's even better. I think now we can call this demo quits.